hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Being the son of Rock Lee has left Metal Lee with some pretty big shoes to fill. His father, Rock Lee, is one of the most powerful ninja in the Ninja Alliance, and it can be argued that he's the third strongest ninja of Konoha. Rock Lee might be known as the master of the 8 inner gates in the Boruto era, but just where is his son Metal in terms of growth as a ninja? Has Metal Lee started taking the steps to eventually surpass his father, Rock Lee, or is 13-year-old genin Metal Lee still lacking behind his father when his father was the same age? In today's True Power series, the Boruto generation, we're going to take a look at the true power and skill of Metal Lee. So starting off, I want to say that if Metal Lee ever gets over his anxiety issues to the full extent, this kid is going to have a much higher ceiling than a lot of people want to give him credit for. The fact is that in certain aspects, Metal Lee at the age of 13 is already ahead of his father when Rock Lee was the same age. Sure, Rock Lee at the very same age was able to open up several of the inner gates, but he couldn't use ninjutsu. Metal Lee, on the other hand, can't open up the inner gates as high as Rock Lee could in the tuning exams, but Metal Lee on the trade-off can use ninjutsu. In the anime, he's been shown being able to perform high-level ceiling jutsu, as shown during the bell test exam when Metal Lee helped his classmates briefly trap Kakashi in a ceiling jutsu. He's also able to perform cooperation ninjutsu when paired with another talented shinobi, which, if we go by the Naruto Shippuden filler, is something that Naruto struggled with during his training with Jiraiya, and it wasn't until the 4th Shinobi World War in the arc in the manga that Naruto was able to effectively use cooperation ninjutsu with another shinobi. Metal Lee's taijutsu isn't something that needs to be looked down upon either. In the Boruto movie novelization, Metal Lee is referred to more than once as being a taijutsu genius, which is pretty high praise. Metal Lee, for a very short period of time, was able to pressure Rock Lee during that sparring match. Training day in and day out under the watchful eye of Rock Lee, who has adopted Might Guy's insanely outrageous and inhumanly possible training regimen, Metal Lee has begun to make strides towards closing the gap between himself at the age of 13 and his father at the same age. Metal Lee's gruesome training has allowed him to gain some mastery over the strong fist fighting style, whereas the Hyuga clan focused on their gentle fist fighting style and attacking the chakra points in the internals of a target. The strong fist fighting style is literally meant to hit the enemy with enough force that it shatters their bones. Due to Metal Lee still learning the mastery over that style, we haven't really seen him cut loose using this fighting style and combine it with the inner gates, but when he's used it, it has been pretty clear in the series. Metal Lee has used it to counter his enemies' blows with precise strength control to perfectly counter their attacks and at times briefly overwhelm them. To give you an idea of how impressive this fighting style is, Kakashi thought to copy it with the Sharingan, and Sasuke incorporates elements of it into his own taijutsu when Sasuke fights. Metal Lee's training under his father has also given him mastery over the severe leaf hurricane, which is a combination of spinning kicks. When used to peak efficiency, it allows him to kick various points of the target in rapid succession with enough force to send them flying into the air. The combination starts off with a low kick, and then one kick to the stomach area, and then finishes off with an area above the chest or above the neck. And when Metal Lee has enough momentum, he finishes off the attack using a devastating heel drop that inflicts major damage on the target. When used by a true master, the kicks come so fast that the person doesn't even know that they're coming, and they don't even realize that they've been kicked until after the first kick hits and the second one's about to impact. To put this in further perspective, this attack is actually a step up from the basic leaf hurricane attack, which when used correctly already moves with enough speed that anything less than a fully matured Sharingan can't actually react to it, as shown when Rock Lee demolished Sasuke in the tuning exams. Metal Lee first uses the first attack as a distraction and then delivers an even faster kick with the other leg to stun the target. Metal Lee can also open up the very first of the inner gate. However, unlike his father, Metal Lee has not yet mastered the front lotus, but given the rate at which he's progressing, it's only a matter of time before we see him master the lotus technique and begin training to unlock gates 2 and 3 in order to progress to the reverse lotus. Finally, Metal Lee does know how to use the light string formation, which allows him to seal away his target and restrict their movements so long as they don't manage to to overpower the seal. Now, the effectiveness of the seal isn't to be downplayed either. By the events of the war arc, Naruto in his base was already freakishly powerful, but Iruka, someone who's much weaker than Naruto, was able to use this jutsu in order to restrain Naruto to the point where Naruto had to use his QB chakra mode in order to overcome it. So my question to you guys is going to be this, right? So given the fact that Metal Lee is training under both Udon as well as his father Rock Lee, and given the fact that while Metal Lee can't use all of the inner gates, he is really just restricted to just using the first one. If Metal Lee's able to get up to say the 5th or the 6th gate, what type of change in chakra nature would you like to see him incorporate when it comes to his fighting style, since we know that ninjutsu is going to be part of his arsenal going forward? What type of attack do you guys want to see happen? Me personally, I would love to see Metal Lee just use some type of earth style attack when he's in the inner gates. I think that would be absolutely beastly, but let me know what you guys want to see happen. But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.